The essence of strategy is being unique. Raise the level of the university system. Knowledge today is wealth. The thing about strategy is that every situation is different. There's no universal strategy that applies in any business. A company has to look at its own circumstances, it has to understand its particular industry, and then it has to find a way of getting a competitive advantage so that it can do something different, so that it can be unique in delivering a certain value to the customer that the other companies in the same industry are not doing. So the essence of strategy is being unique. Well, I think what we're learning is that competitive advantage in economic terms and corporate social responsibility, they used to be thought of as two very different things. But now I think we're starting to see that they can come together, that a company that is able to be sensitive to the environment, that is able to create processes and practices that are beneficial for the community can often actually get a competitive advantage from its social responsibility. And that's the new mindset of companies, is not to think just in narrow economic terms, but to try to capture important social dimensions in the strategy. I think Croatia has quite an educated population, has quite a good scientific foundation. If you look at patenting, for example, Croatia is better than many countries in the region. So I think there's a good underlying foundation. But I think Croatia is still in the middle of a transition to really a competitive economy. There's still too much government bureaucracy. There's still too much inflexibility in the labor market. Everybody here thinks that they should have a job for life, and that they're entitled to this job, rather than to have a mentality where you change jobs and you improve your skills and you're productive. Croatia has too much business regulation. It's too complicated. And so I think that Croatia has had to struggle with the war, it's had to struggle with its history in the communist system. I think it's made quite good progress so far, but the next big challenge is really business competitiveness. And until Croatia becomes competitive, the unemployment is not going to get better, and the industrial growth here will be slow. Again, I think Croatia in general has a good, solid education system. But I think at the level of universities in particular, the quality has to go up. And the relevance of the education that students get for business. I think for the universities in Croatia, I think we have to step up the game, improve the quality, improve the relevance, build a better connection between universities and business. Better partnerships. This is one of the great strengths we have in the U.S. Our universities and our companies are very closely connected. There's a lot of cooperation and relationships. Companies inform the universities of the kind of people they need. Universities are very attuned to competing with each other to do the best job, and so I think that's the next step in Croatia, is to raise the level of the university system and And every university, including Vern, which is a new, exciting private university, which should be able to be flexible and innovative, their challenge is to kind of seize the opportunity to raise the standard. Students today that can equip themselves with the right skills are going to be in a position, frankly, to work anywhere in the world. There's a shortage of very talented, bright people in the world. Knowledge is wealth. It's no longer physical assets or wealth. Knowledge today is wealth. Students that can develop practical knowledge are going to be very, very valuable. But they also have to have the right mindset. They have to be willing to change and be flexible and be open and be constantly learning and expanding and improving themselves. And I think they have to be outward looking and understand that now we're in a world that's very interconnected. Every institution, every business can't think locally, it has to think internationally. Raise the sites, expand the sites. And I think there's a good history and culture and tradition in Croatia that would allow Croatians to be successful, but I think the mindsets need to change a little bit.